Okay, so I'm poor. I understand that. I'll never live in a Beverly Hills mansion unless one of the guys on Beverly Hills 90210 makes a local appearance at the Double-Decker Mall in Veneta. And he happens to notice me standing in front of Kinko's Coffees, and it's love at first sight, and he carries me away and we honeymoon in Acapulco. Now let's assume that's not gonna happen. Does that mean that I still can aspire to a life of poetry, romance, and beauty? Does my poverty prevent me from living my life with dignity and refinement? Let me put it another way. Is this pathetic or what? Yes, every year at this time, dignity and refinement are replaced by my mother's homemade jelly and pickled eggplant. For deep in the autumn is when the Torkelsons open our roadside stand. And now it's my shift. Pity me.
Hello, Dorothy Jane.
Hey, Mrs. Grandy.
Pickled okra. Have you know your mother makes best pickled okra in Pyramid Corners?
Well, I'll be sure to relay the compliment.
Yeah, someday you're going to grow up and learn how to pickle okra, too.
Gee, I can't wait.
Is that sarcasm?
No.
I may be an older lady, but it's still no sarcasm when I hear it.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Grandy. It was not my intention to be sarcastic. I'm merely unenthusiastic at the prospect of inheriting the mantle of okra pickler.
Well, let me tell you something, young lady.
Oh, yay!
It wasn't all that long ago that your mother's grandmother, Camilla Marie Boyd, sold me her pickled okra for 5 cents a jar.
That'll be $1, please.
And her daughter, your mother's mother, Edna Mae Dowd, sold me her pickled okra. And pretty soon, your mother's going to be teaching you the very same recipe that's been handed down all these generations.
Just give me $1.
You be proud of this roadside stand, young lady. Because when you're as old as I am, you're going to look back and remember year after year of sitting by your roadside stand as a very high point of your life.
Oh.
People say God looks out for the working man. Sure hope he's looking out for me. These empty pockets need a helping hand. Kitchen tables full of family. But then the sun comes up and the moon is shining big and bright, and the new day promises that everything will be alright, and the new day promises that everything will be alright.
Mama, what do you get when you mix plum jam with blackberry jam?
Mary Sue stained her dress.
Oh, you heard this one before.
Stephen Floyd, why don't you change that to native Oklahoma specialties? Remember, you're not just selling jam.
I'm selling a lifestyle.
Oh, you heard that one before.
We certainly appreciate your marketing expertise, Mr. Hodges.
Well, Mrs. Torkelson, at one point in my many-faceted occupational career, I had a job selling things for more than they were worth to people who could have lived very happily without them. And I felt a bit like a shark, which is why I left the sales profession. Your preserves, on the other hand, are worth every penny of their price. And I can't imagine anybody living happily without a jar.
Well, hey, what with our festive new labels and signs out on the main road and all, we're doing better business than anybody else on the block.
Right.
How's this?
Add last food stand for 50 miles and you're all set. Never said it wasn't a good shark.
And your mother's grandmother, Camilla Marie Boyd, sat at the roadside stand, sold me her pickled okra for 5 cents a jar.
$1.
Dorothy Jane?
Oh, hi, Sheriff Clinton. You want to buy some canned goods?
No, thanks. I just dropped by to look at your license. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Bobby. You guys are on a first-name basis?
Oh, yeah. For years.
What do you mean, license?
Well, your vendor's license. You need one to sell homemade goods, you know.
You do?
Yep, you do.
Oh, my God. I'm doing something illegal. This is impossible. I mean, I'm just not the type.
Is my sister under arrest? Is she going to jail?
No, not yet, but I will have to close down this stand till I see a license.
Dorothy Jane, in trouble with the law. It's Dorothy-rama, going to the slammer.
I was a crossing guard in school. I held a stop sign over one of those strap things.
I'm just going to take my okra.
I'm sorry, Miss Perkins. You can't do it. This stand is shut down.
But I've already paid for it.
No refunds, no exchanges.
All right, everybody. Let's go home. Dorothy Jane, where's your mother?
Don't tell him.
Don't rat on your fellow criminal.
Give her time to escape.
I'm not gonna rat on my own mother. She's my mother. I'm gonna stick by her.
Where is she?
Kitchen.
Stoolie.
Dorothy Jane, Mama's gonna put you in the car and you're gonna be on the lam and run from the police just like Angie Dickinson, Big Bad Mama.
I'll die on the road.
Let's just go find her, all right?
I didn't know you needed a license. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Doesn't matter how sorry you are. You're gonna rot in the big house.
Goodbye.
Hi, Millicent.
We're in big trouble, Mama. Big bad trouble.
What happened? What's wrong?
Now, Millicent, don't get all lathered up. I just had to shut down your food stand is all.
Oh, that's all. Just shut down my major source of income for the month.
Well, I'm sure it's just temporary. As soon as I see your vendor's license, I'm sure you'll be back in business.
Kids, you better go off to the kitchen and finish gluing those labels.
I want to see you get arrested.
Now.
I never get to see anything.
All right, Bobby, what's this really all about?
It's about the law, Millicent.
Oh, come on, Bobby. I knew you before you were the law. I knew you when you were a hall monitor at Will Rogers Junior High, and you used to give me little loitering in the hall tickets that said, "Would you go out with me?" on the back.
You never did.
So you're going to shut me down?
Well, you're breaking the law.
I've been breaking the law for the last 15 years, as well as my notorious family and every other family on this block for the last 3 generations. It's a Pyramid Corners tradition.
Oh, you always were a talker.
I would have to install a commercial kitchen to get a vendor's license. That's almost $5,000.
I got my marching orders.
From who?
From the city council.
Who on the city council?
Now, Millicent, I can't tell you that.
All right, who's on the city council? Fred Thayer, Julia Fisher, Berkey Miller. Wait a minute. Berkey Miller. He just got elected. And oh, he owns Berkey Second Save, the largest market in Pyramid Corners. Now, I don't suppose Berkey would be putting on the pressure to get rid of the local competition.
You can suppose anything you like, Millicent.
You closing down all the other family stands?
I am doing the job I was elected to do.
Once a hall monitor, always a hall monitor.
Oh.
Mommy, listen. Are we getting fingerprinted? Are we gonna be on America's Most Wanted?
So what'd the sheriff do, Ma? Are we closed down or what?
Everything's fine. Just a momentary blip on our sales chart is all.
Oh, Miss Torkelson, I feel awful. I made you too successful. The shark in me came out.
Stuff and nonsense. All that's going on here is small-town politics.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much. This morning, I simply came from a charming family of eccentrics. This afternoon, I'm a felon. I'll be spending my formative years in the state penitentiary.
Oh, come on, Dorothy Jane. A little prison will be good for you. Keep you out of the sun, meet new people, simplify your wardrobe.
Well, at least one good thing's come out of this. Our food stand is shut down, and we can get on with our lives. Because the law is the law. And even you can't do anything about the law. Here we go.
Miss Torkelson, I heard that Dorothy Jane and Riley Roberts from next door are no longer an item. Is this true?
Yes, Kirby.
That puts me back in the running, right?
Kirby, you're as much in the running as you ever were.
I see this all the time. Women dump these great-looking, studly guys for me. I guess it's my intellect, or my smile, or that undefinable something that makes me Kirby Scroggins.
That's it.
Pumpkins, world-class pumpkin for sale.
The Torkelson stand is number 15. We're the best pickled okra that you've ever seen. And if you want something sweet in your belly, you know, it's only $1 from my mama's plum jelly.
Oh, puke on my shoes.
know, yesterday I paid $1 for a jar of pickled okra, which I have yet to receive.
Well, I'm afraid we're all out of pickled okra, ma'am. May I interest you in a jar of blackberry preserves?
Are you married?
Why do you ask?
I'm a widow.
Mama?
Good morning, sleepyhead.
I'm dreaming, right? This is all a terrible nightmare, right? I want to wake up now.
They closed down every roadside stand in the neighborhood. Isn't that terrible? So we've all banded together to fight this thing.
Why'd you have to band together in my house?
It's the first annual Torkelsons Farmers Market.
What fun!
Nice bathrobe.
If I catch you looking at me, it's pie time.
Pumpkin!
When the law is unfair, Dorothy Jane, you have to work to change it.
It's called civil disobedience.
Look, there's somebody with a camera.
It's Pete Hobart from the newspaper. I asked him over to take pictures.
You're breaking the law and you invited the newspaper?
I'm a criminal mastermind.
Don't give up your day job.
He's back!
Millicent?
Sheriff?
Here we are again.
Yep.
You didn't close down.
Nope.
And I guess you still don't have a license for all this.
I guess I don't.
All right, everybody, put down that contraband. Time to close down, get all this stuff out of here. The fun is over.
You mean I'm not going to get my jelly now?
I am not going to buckle under to Berkey Sack and Save, and neither is anyone else here.
That's right! You respect me?
No.
We are all just ordinary citizens with mortgages and car payments and overdue doctor bills. And the few extra dollars we make selling our homemade jams and jellies is the difference between putting hamburger or beans on our dinner table. If Berkey Miller wants to wipe out a 100-year-old Pyramid Corners tradition just so he can corner the market on peach marmalade, well, he's going to have to go through me first. So go ahead, take me.
No, take me.
Yeah, take him.
Being a stubborn fool, Millicent.
Don't you yell at my mama.
Thank you, Pumpkin.
I'm gonna have to take you down to the station.
I just have one request.
And what would that be?
Cuff me.
She doesn't mean that.
Oh, you just want to get your picture in the paper with the big, bad sheriff taking away the innocent little mother of five. Well, I'll tell you right now, Millicent, it ain't gonna happen. Let's go.
One moment, please, Bobby. Kids, want to be in the paper?
I'll have you know you're the only landlady I've ever bailed out of jail.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
I can't believe he got busted, Ma. I am really proud of you.
Thank you, Stephen Floyd.
And if the situation is ever reversed, I hope you feel the same way.
Can I be arrested too next time?
Only if you finish your homework.
Santa and I were baking a cake with a fire in it.
Thank you, Pumpkin.
Everything's fine now, Mary Sue. It's all over.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. It's over. It's over. Oh, why isn't it over?
Dorothy Jane, have you grown fond of food, clothing, and shelter? Because one of those items is going to have to go if we don't get our food stand money this year.
But you've already been to jail, Mama. The next thing you know, you're going to be picking up trash on the side of the highway in an orange suit.
I'll wave to you as you drive by.
I have an outlaw mama.
Now listen to me, Dorothy Jane. If there's one thing you learned from your outlaw mama, I want it to be this. If you don't take a stand for something, the Berkey Millers of this world will run all over you. Now, our friends and neighbors are with us in this, so we can't lose.
Our friends and neighbors are going to abandon us the second there's any trouble.
That is not true.
Why do you always have to be the hero?
My great-grandmother, Camilla Marie Boyd.
All right, you win whatever you want.
Hey, Virginia, it's Millicent. We're going to be holding the farmer's market here again tomorrow, and I was hoping you'd be back. Oh, you can't? Well, that's okay. Oh, thank you. I'm sure we'll have a real big turnout. nobody's gonna show up at all.
Maybe there was a time change last night.
I don't think so.
Nobody's coming, Mom.
I really thought people would care more about this.
Nobody wants to get arrested. What a bunch of wimps. Face it, Mom. You're standing up to Berkey Sack and Save all by yourself.
Then I am. Come on, kids, let's set up this food stand.
Yeah,
let's
do it.
Nobody showed up, huh?
No.
I'm sorry, Mom. I really am. I know how important this is to you to stand up and fight the law and go to jail for something you believe in. And if it weren't for people like you, we probably never would have broken free from the British and fought the Revolutionary War and live in a free country. On the other hand, we do, and this is very minor in comparison, so I'm gonna go take my shower now.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, no. Oh, yes! Didn't see anything. Hi, Miss Torkelson.
Good morning, Kirby.
I had my dad load up the truck with the biggest pumpkins we had. So now I'm here and ready for action. Where is everybody?
I'm afraid nobody else showed up, Kirby.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, Miss Torkelson, but I'm going to be selling pumpkins at my stand.
Well, Kirby Scroggins, I think you're a young man of high principles and outstanding character.
Well, I hope you remember that on the day when I asked for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Thank you.
Miss Torkelson, look. Your picture made the front page of the Pyramid Corner Signal this morning. I'm proud to know you.
Ooh, look at this. See what happens when you stand up for your rights and lodge a statement of personal protest? You get your picture on page 1. You know why that is?
Because this is the smallest town in the world.
Well, Dorothy Jane, I'm so happy you decided to join us.
I like you better in your towel.
You tell anybody you saw me in a towel, it'll be the last thing you do.
Now you tell me.
Come on! That was worth it! No, just 10 more seconds.
All right, Sheriff. If you're gonna arrest my mother again, you're gonna have to go through me first. And go through me.
And me. You're gonna have to go through all of us, Sheriff.
You want me to shoot him now, Berkey?
This is no laughing matter, Sheriff. Millicent has repeatedly violated the city council ordinance, and she should face the consequences.
She has faced the consequences, Berkey. I brought her downtown. I read her rights. I locked her up, and she sat there in that jail cell for 3 hours telling me wonderful little stories of her children. I'm not going to go through that again.
City council pays your check, Sheriff. I'm on the city council. I tell you what to do, and I'm telling you to put this woman back in jail. Unless you'd rather be a security guard at Harley Boyle's carpet warehouse.
Oh, I would hate that, Millicent.
Berkey Miller, is this why you ran for city council? So you could close down the family stands and eliminate the local competition?
I ran for city council because of my great sense of civic pride.
I can be just as stubborn and pig-headed as you, and Bobby can take me to jail 500 times, and I will not close down my roadside stand.
And neither will I.
Who are you?
Kirby Scroggins,
What do you sell?
pumpkins.
It's after Halloween, kid. Who's buying pumpkins?
I got the market cornered.
Look, Millicent, I believe you can listen to reason. Now, Second Save operates on a very thin profit margin. And these private illegal food stands are like a plague on me. Now, if they continue to cut into my business, I won't be able to keep my doors open. Then everybody in Pyramid Corners will have to drive clear out to Veneta for their groceries. It's in nobody's best interest, is it?
Our family stands are more important than your profit margin. It's an American tradition, and you will not shut me down.
Me neither. I'm gonna set up my pumpkin stand right here next to yours every day.
That's it. Forget it. I'm stepping in right now.
What's the matter, sweetheart?
I don't live with enough dread that the day is coming soon when you're going to pass on the family okra recipe to me. Now I have to wake up every morning with the paralyzing fear that Kirby Scroggins is lurking somewhere downstairs with a pair of binoculars, looking forward to shower time. Nuh-uh. You two were gonna settle this, and you're gonna settle this now.
What do you propose?
I don't care what she proposes. She's your daughter. You're going to agree with anything she said.
They never agree with each other.
Oh, then go ahead.
All right. Your problem is that you want to keep your roadside stand. And your problem is that if she keeps her roadside stand, people will come to her and you'll lose money. And my problem is I don't want Kirby in my house.
'Cause I saw her in her towel.
All right, give me that gun.
That'll only solve your problem, Dorothy Jane.
Why can't you both just work together?
How do we do that?
Well, you've got a big parking lot. Why don't you sponsor the farmer's market on the weekend?
Oh, then everybody would come to your store, and so you lose a little money on blackberry jam and pickled okra.
But the people will buy the rest of what they need from you.
Because they're already milling around your parking lot.
Well, it's not a half bad idea, Berkey.
Yeah. Maybe I could charge a little rental space on each of the booths, seeing as how it is my parking lot.
Gee, I wonder if the grocery store at Veneta would charge for rental space.
But I am a generous man. And these roadside stands are an American tradition, passed down through generation after generation of good, honest Pyramid Corner citizens.
I gotta tip my hat to you, Dorothy Jane. You're a pretty impressive negotiator.
You know, Kirby, I have to admit I was kind of impressed by you, too. You showed some real integrity today. I just thought I should tell you since I don't often say nice things about you.
That's true. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So, you want to go to a movie on Saturday?
No.
You want to go to Frosty King for a walk?
Kirby, give it up.
You take a shower every morning? I have my memories.
Scroggins.
Hi, Miss Torkelson.
I really thought you'd have more integrity than this.
I don't.
Dorothy Jane,
Yeah?
you were right. Kill him.
No.